Hey there folks, Nick here. As you can see, we're playing NBA 2K18 again, and you're getting another voiceover because, as I found out this morning when I watched my video to make sure, everything was alright, there was no audio. I then went back in and inspected the file in my software and discovered that there was nothing wrong with the rendering. It actually recorded with only the audio of the whistles and the sirens. So there we go. Anyway, I'm finally in here at 4 minutes and 55 seconds, and as you can see, my first intention is to drive. Pick up a nice shooting foul there, which isn't bad, but I've come into a losing position here. Surprisingly, I make both of those. So as you can see, my field goal percentage is not brilliant at the moment, 36%, not fantastic. But I could come in and I actually hit both of these free throws, which is surprising for me. I spent the next 2 weeks after recording this, so the next 2 in-game weeks, basically getting the free throw badge, free throw ace. But I've come in here, we're not doing too well against Cleveland. We were, 6 points down when I came in. So it's not a good start, but it's not unusual to find when you first come in as a start off the bench, to find that your team is not doing too well, unless of course you're playing for Golden State or something like that. Now here you can see I'm actually trying to follow the plays a little bit, and I realised that they're just nonsense, so why don't I just drive and get blocked? That's clever. So since I recorded this, I've been playing a bit more, and my skills have definitely improved. I'm cringing watching this because of how bad my play actually is. I don't know why I passed there. I should have dunked. I mean, I'm in front of my player. I'm in the lane. I don't know why I didn't dunk. I don't know why I passed. But the skills have improved quite a bit from this. This is kind of early days. 60 player level, whatever you call it, the rep level. As I say, I'm only new to the 2K game, so I'm getting familiar with the terminologies that you all use for these various things. But I'm enjoying it a lot. It's one of those games that has frustrated the absolute bejesus out of me, whilst at the same time make me want to be good at it. Most games that I don't like straight off the bat, I don't try to improve at. I don't try and be good at them. Things like Tomb Raider that you've probably seen me on the video here before. Wasn't very good at that game. Didn't like it. Not for me. I traded it in. Not my kind of game. But this, I wanted to be good at it. This was a game that I really wanted to enjoy and wanted to excel at, I suppose. So I've worked my butt off, and I'm now actually sort of playing a bit better. But you'll see that tomorrow. I'm recording a video tonight for you for tomorrow, which will be basically updated. This is me how I play now compared to what you see today, which is this is me how I play 3 weeks ago. Other than that, guys, I really don't know at this point why the audio hasn't been recording, apart from only basically one type of sound. That's something I'm going to try and address tonight, and hopefully that gets sorted. But as you can see, I'm doing what I said yesterday, or the other day, basically. Pass the ball around, move the ball around, get those that good movement badge right there. That's a great one for just lifting your teammate grade up. Now I hate the defensive breakdown. That sucks because sometimes they just blow by you. Getting your teammate grade up, in my opinion, is important. The reason I think it's important is because you want to be a team player. You don't want to be the guy who just tries to do everything. Now, that being said, that's my advice when you're new to the game. Once you get good at the game, you start controlling the game a lot more and making them play your way, the way you want them to play, not necessarily their plays, targeting Shammy because most of the time he's a deadeye. Targeting, in my team here, targeting Levine. He's an amazing three-point shooter. And if he's driving, I know he's going to do an awesome dunk. So, targeting those players that you know who will do the work for you. You'll figure out pretty quickly which players on your team are pretty useless. And unfortunately, early days in the game, you don't have the ability to sub players based on your own personal preferences. The other thing I should point out is I'm not purchasing any VC. I haven't purchased any VC. If I could afford to, I probably still wouldn't. I'm grinding this. I'm in the gym every day, getting my player better. Every match I play, that's the VC I get. Every sponsorship, every endorsement I get, that's the VC I get. I'm not trying to speed this up in any way by purchasing VC. I don't intend on ever purchasing VC. I think that concept as a concept is terrible, especially in a full price game. Look, if this was a mobile game where, I downloaded it for free and I'm using it for free, and, buying some gems or buying some VC was something that you would do to enhance your player better than some of the people who are just playing it free, that's fair enough. But I think in a game where we have to pay, when I bought this game, it was $45. That was secondhand at a EB game store. Why do you then have to purchase extra things in the game? I don't understand this microtransaction culture that gaming is sort of turning into. But that's my rant over. There's Levine. We'll probably get to see him shoot a nice three in a minute. No, we're just going to watch Shammy take the ball out of bounds after I set a screen for him to go over. There you go. Shammy's not a very good player. That's one thing I will point out. His shooting abilities are off the charts. His three-point, if he's down in the corner, just pop it to him. He will drop it, even with people in his face. But his other abilities, his defensive abilities suck. That's just my personal, what I've noticed. Again there, why didn't I dunk? But also his ball handling skills really suck as well. He's great at dunking and great at 3 points, and that's pretty much it. So if you can exploit him for those two things, go for it. And that's what I do. I pop in threes all the time. And yeah, I love it. Get at least 4 assists a game from Shammy and a couple at least from Levine. And that was meant for Levine, not for Markkanen. I've got to learn this icon passing thing that I hear people talk about. Again, it's one of those combinations of buttons I haven't quite worked out yet. Not necessarily that I haven't looked it up, I just can't remember it in game. So, as I say, I'm adjusting to this multiple button pressing at one time and being able to sort of coordinate different fingers to do different things, and it's not working out brilliantly, but I'm getting there slowly. As I said, I've had this game a bit over a month, and I've gotten a lot better at it than, when I first started and I was just trying to press one button. Oh, here we go, pass. But yeah, I definitely have to figure out this icon passing, because half the time when I put a ball to someone, it doesn't go to the person I want to. That being said, Markkanen, I've got to say, if you've never played the Chicago Bulls, they've actually got a pretty good lineup. They literally just are missing a point guard. Grant he's useless, and Dundon's useless as well. Markkanen's an awesome power forward, and sometimes we'll play in center. Lopez is a tremendous center. He is long, and he catches balls really well. Markkanen sets fantastic screens, pick and rolls beautifully. We pick up heaps of assists that way as well. Levine is a beautiful 3-point shooter, great ball handler, not bad at stealing, but he's actually pretty good at it, but not prolific. And good dunks as well. Won the dunk competition, as the commentators will tell you consistently every time he gets the ball. It's either Levine winning the dunk competition, or it's Levine, ACL injury, and the trade for Jimmy Butler. That's another thing I will criticise of the game. Once you've said some commentary a few times, it needs to sort of stop it. Then again, FIFA does it too, I guess, but they don't mention... So if they'll mention someone who's come in on a trade, they won't mention it every single time that person touches the ball. They'll mention it, earlier on in the season, and then not talk about it later on at all. So yeah, there's things both companies could probably learn from each other. I definitely like the player models that they've got in this game. They look really good. They look pretty damn realistic to me. Comparing the visuals that you get, as someone who's only ever watched NBA on television, it looks like the television broadcast, to be completely honest. So I'm quite pleased with the game, just from a looking at it point of view. As I say, I have been enjoying playing it. But as you can see, we're now in the second quarter and we're down by, 19 bloody points. It's not going well for us. But, you get that. The other thing you'll notice as well, anyone who knows the Chicago Bulls or knows their NBA, is that I've taken Denzel Valentine's number. 45 is my number as far as I'm concerned, so he can get stuffed. So he's wearing, what is he wearing in this, number 11? They just give him a random number, basically, if you take the number of someone on the team. I didn't even think that was a possibility, I guess, that there would be someone number 45 on the Bulls, but yeah, there you go. Other than that, guys, I don't really get a lot of time in these games in the early days. Now that I'm a starter, which I'm not going to show you all the in-between stuff, because let's face it, no one wants to see me getting good. You want to see how bad I started and how I am now, I guess. I will still get better, I imagine, especially as I learn more skills. Again, good assist. Portis is one of these players where I don't know what to think about him. Sometimes he's brilliant, and other times he's just useless. Holiday's another one of those. Sometimes he's brilliant, and sometimes he's just useless. Utterly useless. But here we go, my halftime stats. And as I said the other day, it's not often that I get a positive rating, especially in the early days. But as you can see, that's one of my negative ratings that I get. They do happen. But as you can see, I'm not very happy with my performance so far. But as I say, the Chicago Bulls are definitely an underestimated team, especially if you want to be a point guard and you're going to play point guard the way I'm playing it, I guess, at least. The Bulls can be a good team. They've got the bones there. They just don't have, someone to really lead them, I guess. And you'll see tomorrow, I suppose, what I mean by all of that. Yeah, that's I guess where we're at. I wish there was some sound here so I could shut up and leave you to just watch the game without me just blabbering on the whole time. But I've got nothing else, so you're just going to have to listen to me. And I guess if you've gotten this far into the video, what are we, 14 minutes in? If you've gotten this far into the video, I imagine you're probably enjoying the sound of my voice. So I may as well just keep talking, really. Realistically, though, if you haven't got this game and you would like to get it, I imagine it's a lot cheaper now than I got it. And depending on where you live in the world, it's probably a lot cheaper anyway. But it is definitely worth it if you just want to dip your toe and not necessarily spend $80, $90, $100 on 2K19. Do what I do, get the previous one. Get the year before's one, because you can at least have a go at it and see what it's like. Now, I'm going to go back here because this assist here is beautiful. Let's take a good look at this. pick and roll, comes around, straight to Lopez. Lopez didn't catch it very well, but got it in the end. And oh, fantastic pick and roll there. And that's the last points of the game. That brings us to receiving our match rewards or awards. I don't know which one it is. You tell me. Leave me a comment down below. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did last this long, then I hope you enjoyed it and you're not just trying to find something to laugh at me for, like saying you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.
Jazz Club.